She was resting in an ICU bed in her hospital gown. She had thin, blondish gray hair. Suddenly, her heart rhythm went into heart block and then cardiopulmonary arrest. During the chaos of the code, she was intubated, placed on mechanical ventilation, had a temporary pacemaker inserted in between CPR compressions. We started her on multiple pressors and other treatments. It was loud. Pressure alarms, vital sign alarms ringing when out of acceptable ranges. It's hard to keep from seeing our patients as a machine managed by electronic things while not forgetting that they are human. My patient, this lady, beat the statistics and survived. Later, when she was again lucid, she began moving her lips around the endotracheal tube and gesturing with her hands. I could only ask her yes or no questions because she was still intubated and on mechanical ventilation. She was in great distress, but denied she had any pain. I had propped her on her side. She kept trying to tell me something. "Are you hurting?" I asked. She pointed to her mouth. "Are you thirsty?" She wanted water. I swabbed her mouth with water-soaked tooth sponges every 30 minutes. When she was stable enough to transfer to the step-down unit, she asked to see me. I walked into the room and said, "Hello, how are you?" The first thing she said was, "You saved my life." My puzzled face must have communicated my confusion. I had not inserted her pacemaker or intubated her, procedures that saved her life. She said, "You gave me water when I was thirsty." I was stunned. Taking care of her was just something I do. She asked me for my home address. "I just want to write to you after I leave." Now, years later, often in the middle of some urgent health crisis or emergency, I'll remember to gently touch a patient's arm or hand and tell them, "We are working on such and such right now. When we're done, I will talk to you about what you need and how you're feeling." Years later, my husband Bill experienced sudden death and survived. He was on a propofol drip, on cold therapy, pressors, and some of his doctors and nurses looked at all the technical and observable monitoring things going on and didn't pay attention to the little things, to his positioning or his mouth or skin care, things that are the essence of nursing. They didn't see his hands and arms hanging through the bed rails, causing pressure areas on his swollen arms. But there were other nurses that did see his discomfort, even when he was sedated, mechanically ventilated, and unable to talk or move. I was so grateful they had the empathy to see past the symptoms, monitors, and medical procedures. They still managed to take great care with his positioning, his skin, as well as how they assessed and evaluated him amongst all those monitors and using the data. Nurses practice to prevent health deterioration, analyze trends, assess and evaluate responses to interventions. But nurses care for people. That's when I started to understand why every Christmas for years after I cared for her, I opened our mailbox to find a glittery holiday card from that patient who had finally felt seen. One who I listened to and treated with humility and had not succumbed to the tyranny of technology. She was seen as more than a medical event or a thing covered with monitors and alarms. A real human being.